Hey guys, welcome back to the Power Sports channel. My name is Richard. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Today's video is going to be a short video. I'm just doing this on my lunch break really quickly. This video is going to be about which contract I think has the better value. It's going to be between DeAndre Ayton, and the other one is going to be for Kyler Murray. I'm pretty sure that maybe some of you guys, if you've seen my previous videos, probably will know the answer to this already, but I'm going to make the video anyway. Now, there's another interesting part to this. The Phoenix Suns head coach just got an extension. I'm happy about it, but at the same time, maybe wait one more year, because you don't want to get tied into a coach for too long, and then ownership is paying possibly dead money. Now, I'm not saying that this is going to be a bad contract, but I would have at least maybe waited one more year. So, DeAndre Ayton got 4 years, $133 million from the Indiana Pacers. The Suns extended a qualifying offer to DeAndre Ayton for him to be able to see if there were any offers to come to him in restricted free agency. Only one team offered a contract, which was the Indiana Pacers, $133 million for 4 years. Now, be mindful of this. If the Suns would have been the ones to put that contract in, it would have been $172 million for 5 years. Now, Kyler Murray's contract, $230.5 million. 5 years. Initially, Kyler Murray's camp wanted 4 years, but the Cardinals ultimately wanted 5. Now, let's talk about Kyler Murray's side first. Once again, I'm going to do my best for this not to be like a really long video. $230.5 million. I don't really think that Kyler Murray was worth $230 million. I do believe that Kyler Murray could have been worth $200. Guys, I'm sorry, but when you have substantial leadership issues, when you have issues where you're losing in a game and you're not rallying the troops, you're sitting down, you're looking dejected, you're looking as if the world just came to an end. The majority of the time, the game is not even out of hand the way you think it is. But I do believe that, oh my God, this is going to sound really bad, but I do believe that Kyler Murray is not really used to the type of adversity that it's going to take to be a great leader. What do I mean by that? If I'm remembering this correctly, they said something along the lines of, I heard something along the lines of, he had never lost a game in high school or college or anything like that. So if you've never experienced what it is to lose, you will never really understand the joy of winning. Don't get me wrong. We're still going to celebrate like it's 1999 when we win, if that's all we do is win. But when you're constantly losing and all of a sudden you go to winning some, and now you're winning more, now you're winning championships. He never had to be a leader because he was always so used to being on probably really good teams, or just simply being the best player on the field. Just imagine always, for the most part, being the best player on the field. Now you're in the NFL. It's not like that. There is a chance that there is a young man by the name of Aaron Donald on the opposite side of the field, ready to take your head off. There is a wide receiver on the other side of the field named Cooper Kupp, who might be a better wide receiver than you are a quarterback. I don't mean to be so impassioned, so out there with it, but when you're going to hand this type of money to somebody, please make sure that they have the characteristics of what you need. And the saddest part about it was Kyler Murray knew that he had the Cardinals over a barrel, because we cannot afford for you to leave and you wind up turning into something great later on. That's the problem. That's the ultimate issue. I cannot afford that. I cannot afford for you to leave and become great someplace else. And I have no problem saying it. They're paying this guy $40+ million a year. He's getting paid more than Tom Brady, Russell Wilson. He's getting paid more than Joe Burrow. I know Joe Burrow just got into the league, but this is kind of embarrassing because he doesn't have the leadership skills that you want. We've only been to the playoffs one time, and we've just handed him $230 million and a half dollars. It's hard to fathom that. And now, when you don't have money to upgrade other positions, for some reason, Kyler Murray's contract, now fans are going to be like, go out and get this guy, go out and get this guy, go out and get that guy. We can't, because Kyler has all the money. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that Kyler Murray shouldn't have gotten paid. I'm saying that Kyler Murray should have gotten less. Now, DeAndre Ayton's contract. So let's just make it clear. This is the one that I do not agree with. DeAndre Ayton. This is kind of multifaceted for me. Guys, and I am sorry if it's a lot of background noise. I have the air on in my car while I'm waiting to go back inside, because we actually can't go back inside the building until like 5 or 10 minutes before the break is over. So that's how that works. So DeAndre Ayton's contract, 4 years, $133 million. If you would have handed this type of contract to DeAndre Ayton before the playoffs, back in 2021, I definitely would have said that this is a bad deal for the Suns. Most definitely. Please know that. I look at it right now and I say that it's an okay deal. The Phoenix Suns basically did this on their terms, and I am happy for them when it comes to that. There is a part of me that wishes that we could have gotten that 5th year in there, just like the Cardinals got with Kyler Murray. But the thing is this, Indiana could only give him 4 years and $133 million. Let me just say this. Over the past, I want to say, year and a half, I want to say that DeAndre Ayton is definitely worth this contract. You saw him step up in the playoffs in 2021 and in 2022. I know that the Game 7 where he had the fight with Monty Williams wasn't a good look, and I will never say anything different. That fight was not a good look, and it would not have shocked me if DeAndre Ayton wound up with another team. Because when you have to constantly motivate somebody to do their job, that's tiring, that's taxing. You are an adult. There's no reason why you should be up until 2 a.m. in the morning playing video games. You are an adult. And yes, I understand that you play video games with your family and you guys do stuff like that, but your family also needs to understand that you have a job to do. DeAndre Ayton will be able to take care of everybody in his family, but he has a job to do, and he must do it wisely. Okay. DeAndre Ayton, in my opinion, is definitely worth the money. If you look at his growth, the way he's able to rebound the ball, I do believe he averages about 17 points a game. For this contract to really be worthwhile for me, I want DeAndre Ayton to almost be like a safety valve for the Phoenix Suns. What do I mean? What do I mean by that? I'm glad you asked. Basically, throwing the ball into DeAndre Ayton, and he's basically a sure bucket. Let's say Devin Booker's having an issue, getting the ball to the hoop. The offense looks a little stagnant on this possession, and please understand that on quite a few possessions every single game, the Phoenix Suns literally look like they just look stagnant on some possessions, and sometimes it's 3-4 possessions in a row, it seems like to me. They need to be able to throw that ball into DeAndre Ayton, and him being able to go up with force and power to the rim. There's no reason why you should be 7'1" trying to do a layup. I understand that the game is not as physical as it used to be, but you need to play with physicality, but physicality and control. That must be first and foremost. And DeAndre Ayton is very good at playing defense without fouling, and that is the God's honest truth. He's the type of big man where you could easily see him jump out there and have to defend a point guard. And I'm not like, oh my God, this is such a mismatch. Of course, to an extent, there's a little bit of a slight mismatch, just a slight one, but it's not like a huge glaring one, almost as if it's like Shaq jumping out there trying to guard Steph Curry. This is about to be an embarrassing moment for Shaq, not Steph Curry. And please understand, I love Shaq. Shaq, if you watch this, honestly, I wasn't a fan of the Lakers once you left. So, that's about it. But now that LeBron's there, I'm not literally a Lakers fan, but I am a LeBron James fan more than anything. So, but DeAndre Ayton in last year's finals definitely showed something. And then for the most part, I would say a good portion of this regular season, he's shown a lot. Very good defensively, averaging 17 points. But he's got to keep getting better and better and better. The aggressiveness needs to be there. So, yeah. So, one last thing I want to say about Kyler Murray. Yes, Kyler Murray did win Rookie of the Year and all of that. That is great. But once again, the leadership issues. So, just so you know, both of these players do have flaws. And they are major ones. A lack of motivation when it comes to DeAndre Ayton, which is scary because you just handed a Brinks truck worth of cash to him. Leadership issues with Kyler Murray. So, and sitting there with his head down for Kyler Murray as well. So, yeah, I think the better offer did go to DeAndre Ayton because I do believe that he is actually closer in value to what he got. Do I think Kyler Murray is worth $40+ million? No. I think he is worth somewhere in the 30s. Maybe even $40 million even. Maybe on the high end. But do I think he should be the most highest paid quarterback? Not in a million years. No. If Tom Brady doesn't have it, why should you? I know that's a horrible way to say it, but it's the truth. And Lamar Jackson, I feel like Lamar Jackson is more deserving of that more than anybody. Lamar Jackson has won an MVP. And I understand that Lamar Jackson not having a new contract is, for the most part, on him because Lamar Jackson does not have an agent. But at the same time, does not have an agent. But at the same time, I don't know if he's waiting to see who else gets signed and then says, all righty, Kyler Murray got $230.5 million. I want 235. I want 240. Or is it a situation where he doesn't want to be there? Guys, I didn't mean to jump into Lamar Jackson right there, but there's a reason why Lamar Jackson is not signed yet. And I am originally from Baltimore, Maryland, so that is kind of interesting in and of itself. But ultimately, in the end, I do believe DeAndre Ayton is the better player for the contract. Kyler Murray has a lot to work on. DeAndre Ayton has a lot to work on. But ultimately, I know that DeAndre Ayton, on average, is going to get me those 10 rebounds, I do believe. That 12 rebounds. It might not be 20 points. It might not be 25 points. It's going to be roughly around 15 to 17 points a game. And I'm going to have to live with that. Kyler Murray, it's kind of up and down. Oh, one last thing with Kyler Murray. He's not injured all the time, but the moment he actually does get injured, it's almost as if it affects him the rest of the season. So that's another thing. I don't know if his body is made for this. And it's just like a lack of professionalism. Once again, guys, I don't mean to be negative in these videos, but I just want to be honest. Can we just be honest in our society? That's it. I'm not asking for these players to be perfect. Please know that. Guys, I'm sorry about the mask in the video, but they don't allow us to not wear masks in our video, nor would I want to walk around without a mask on. But I'm not judging you if you don't have a mask or if you do have a mask, whatever. It's your choice. But at the same, okay, this is a long video, but at the same time, I just really feel like Kyler Murray is really not a very genuine person, especially when he said, I do believe during his press conference after he got the contract, that it was never about the money. And basically 2 seconds later, basically saying that it was about the money. Excuse me, guys. Sorry about that. It was about the money. And his dog is at the introductory press conference. It's almost like a dog and pony show. Professionalism, class is what's needed. I'm going to wrap this video up right now, guys. I am so sorry this is a long video, but I want to give you my full perspective. And I know that these videos could be a whole lot better, and I am trying to be more clear and more concise. But I'm going to wrap it up here. DeAndre Ayton, Kyler Murray both have things to work on. 5 years from now, who is the better player? Who gave the most value for their contract? More than likely, it's going to be DeAndre Ayton. So it is what it is. Guys, thank you for watching the Power Sports channel. Oh, I want to thank Michael, one of my Snapchat friends, for watching one of my other YouTube videos. Thank you. And I thank all of you guys who have watched my videos. I do believe I've had 21 views on this channel so far. I do believe 5 of those were me just watching my own videos by accident. But I want to thank everybody that did watch. Yeah, so thank you. I appreciate it. I do hope you guys have a great day. I think I have like 8 minutes until my lunch is over. So hope you guys have a great day. Like, comment, subscribe. Guys, if you agree with me, leave a message. If you don't, do that. Leave a message as well, please, because I'll be more than happy to respond to it. It might be a long, drawn-out message, but at least I will be able to give you the full perspective of how I feel on this or that. And I might be also going over some other things that I feel like I did not go into great detail with in other videos. Like, for instance, the whole Coyotes NHL draft. I know that this has nothing to do with the Cardinals or the Coyotes, but still, I don't really feel like I went into much depth as I should have. Thank you. Have a good day, guys.